How much gold do you have? How do you have 300,000 gold? It's not that bad. Damn, do you know how to buy shit? Like, do you know how to go to the vendors and stuff? And, like, how to equip stuff if you want to? Oh, that's valid. On all the islands, just like with all the merchants or the, like, you know, the gold hoarders, the order of souls people, all the tents, there's little shacks where you can buy like cosmetics, and that's pretty much all gold is used for. It's just cosmetics, but you can go for weapons and all that other stuff. And then if you want to equip it, the UI and tours are pretty self-explanatory, but you can equip them or not or what have you. But all the things you would use to equip, there's little stations shit out here.
Go get some legends.
But those are all on your ship as well.
Do I know you?
It can't be. It just depends on what you're looking to buy. Like, most of the shit that I'm wearing is like probably 100,000 total. But like my shovel's 1 million, I think, or 800,000 or something like that. Maybe 400,000. I don't know. Over here. So anytime you see a shop with this thing, you'll see a clothing chest, and then you can get clothes from there. And then there's other cosmetics that you have to unlock by doing quests, like mine here. Here, I'll show you. So mine, as an example. Oh, is it not here? Am I stupid? I might be stupid. I think it's over here. Where? Oh. Did I not have one? Am I dumb? Oh, no, it is. So my mask, for example,
do call in again soon.
It you get that by taking, you got to do certain things to get that. So you take that by taking a map bundle off of someone else's ship, for example. So like that's just something you have to earn. You can't buy it. And my curse that I have on with like my eyes, how my eyes are black, you get that by doing the Order of Souls curses. So there's some things you can't buy, you have to earn through the game, but yeah, so you can earn special things. There's also microtransactions if you're lame, but you know, that's you if you want to spend money. Oh. Yeah, there's special games, there's special things in cosmetics. There's like story missions you can do to get cosmetics as well. That's how I got my curse. I got it from, I think it's killing a boss, I think like 5 or 10 times or something like that. Knocked down in like an afternoon. Still cool though.
Very good. Delightful to see you. Until next time.
You're looking dapper as fuck. Yes, sir. Nice. So I also too, especially if you're new, what I recommend doing is you're not gonna have a lot of money to spend on like resource crates, which you can, but I don't recommend it because you're gonna blow all your money pretty quick. But if you go around the island, and all these barrels have like supplies in them, and then you can just loot a bunch of them and take them to your ship. And that way you can just kind of leave a little more stock than what you would normally have. Yeah. I usually do that. Now, you can get a storage crate to do it, and it's faster, but it's like 4,000 for a storage crate, and your initial quests aren't going to be getting you a lot of money, so I'd probably just do it manually, but it's up to you. And you can get your resource crates at the merchant place. You can buy them from them. Oh, that's a storm. That shit sucks. Yeah, if you hold your sword out when it's storming, or you're in the storm, you can get struck by lightning. So just be careful with that. Again, one of those trial by fire things you don't realize till it happens, and then your ship sinks in the middle of the storm. It's a good time. Oh, those ones over there? So those are Reaper chests. They kind of just spawn on the map. You can get them from stuff from like certain world events like Fort of the Damned or I don't know if you can get them from Fort of Fortune, but I know you can get them from Fort of the Damned. But what they are is they're chests that give a special type of currency if they're blue and what the fuck is that? Green? And then I believe there's a gold version of those. I just don't know if it shines gold. It's been a while, but yeah. Yeah. So those are just a special type of chest. You have to sell them to Reaper's hideout, but they give you stuff like usually a good chunk of gold per chest or special currency per chest. Nothing crazy, but that's what those means are. It can be. I would say that when you're starting out, they're a lot more worth it because you're getting one at a time, so. You're getting like 25,000 a chest. But as you play the game more, they're better when they're stacked. Like when you have like 5, 6, 7, 8, and you get those from world events. But I mean, I would say so. I think it just depends on what your priorities are. No one's really gonna hunt you down for them unless they're assholes or they're doing something that needs those chests. They usually kind of just stay around the map, and they're marked on the map too. I'll show you. You can find them on the map. There's a little, So that little red thing right there, that's the chest. And that sound is a Fort of Fortune. What you just heard, that is a random world event called a Fort of Fortune that spawned, and I don't know if it's still the best one in the game, but it's where everybody goes to fight for shit, but... And then I'll also show you on the map as well. There was some. I don't know if they're still here. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Yeah, those giant skulls in the sky are forts. The black one with red eyes at a Fort of Dam, that one can only be triggered by players. There's a one with like a cracked skull with red eyes. That is a Fort of Fortune. And then a white skull with green eyes is a normal skeleton fort. And normal skeleton forts aren't bad, but they're not good either. They're pretty shit. But at the same time, I mean, they're world events, they're fun. You know what I mean? If you want to just have a chill time, you know what I mean? Just kind of fun to just do. But yeah, that one right there gives a lot of money, and a lot of people will go for it. So if you want a good experience with the game and you want to get better with fighting people, I would say go for those world events. If you want more lax experiences and don't want to fight people as much, I'd say do like regular skull forts, skeleton fleets, tornadoes. That stuff people don't usually do as much. Or you can do quests, of course, too. That's also the option if you're trying to have a chill time. Yeah, there's red tornadoes. They're called Ashen Winds, and they spawn bosses. You fight the boss. It's usually best to fight them with cannons. They drop a couple of things. Those ones aren't, again, they're not super worth it. The ones that are really worth it are like really only Fort of the Damned and Fort of Fortune. If you're saying worth it as in time for money, but if you're saying worth it as in having fun, really whatever you want to do is worth it. Okay. Like, I did a skeleton fleet, and I mean, I had fun. It was kind of just a passive thing to do, so. But yeah, there's tornadoes. They're pretty cool. Yeah, exactly. Right for the experience. Yeah, exactly. They're worth it for the experience. They're worth it for the introduction to the game. Not going to pay you crazy, but when you're starting out, a couple tens of thousands is still a lot of money. Yeah, go for it. I don't think there's anybody crazy on the server right now. There might be more, but I'm not seeing any Reapers on the map. So if you ever see a black ship on the map with like little tally marks on it, those are Reapers. Those are usually PvP players. Not all of them are good, but just, they're usually playing to fight other people. Depending. I mean, again, if you want to go hunt their ship down for experience to get better with naval combat, absolutely. But I mean, if you know, you can see them on the map, so you'll know they're coming. You can stay away again. It's depends. And then some niche thing. Another good way to get supplies too. There's these things called fortresses. I think we're near one actually. Where are they? I think they're called Spanish forts. I forgot where they're at. Where's this one? Yeah, right here. So a little to our right, there's a place called Royal Crest Fortress. Those are really good for supplies, and also just like if you don't have a lot of time to play the game and you want to just do a quick little event, like a little, it's not like a quest. You can just go up to them, do them. Takes like 15 minutes. Do it, sell it. Probably takes a whole hour if that. So if you ever want to play and you can't do anything crazy, that's a good way to do it too. And then once you get enough money, you can actually buy your own ship. And then there's a little naming plaque up here. And you can name it once you actually buy a ship. You can name it, and then you can also put like trinkets around. And like the more stuff you do in the game, you can decorate your ship with it. I think a sloop is 250,000, and I think a brig is 500, and a galleon is 800. But it's not per ship. You keep it permanently. Like you can have it sink and then find a new server. It's nothing crazy. You get to keep it. It's just like you get to decorate it. That's all it is. It's like it's more like 250,000 for a name and decoration, I guess. I just forgot how much they actually are. It can be, but you can also decorate it with like if you catch a certain amount of fish, you can get fish trophies. If you kill a certain amount of megalodons or find certain megalodons, you can get trophies. If you do a certain amount of quests or hit certain reputation levels, you can get trophies. You can get there's a bunch of other stuff you can get, but you can basically decorate your entire ship. And you know how you mentioned you know how to like decorate your ship. You can save the decorations. So basically, you know, when you know make your ship look all pretty, you don't have to do it every time you come in. You can just do it once, set everything up, and that's what it looks like. So there's a lot you can do with it, but it's all cosmetic. And you can name it pretty much anything, I think. I've seen some funny names. I've seen some tryhard names. Yeah, exactly. It's bow flexing. It's like, hey, look at what I've done in the game, and then people can look around your ship. And then what I would recommend doing too is just for E. If you look, the bottom barrel has the same thing the top barrel has. I would move, at least how I would organize. Okay, sorry about that. So what I would do is I would organize it how I did. So the top barrel, I would put your scatter shot, your fucking hold on. Yeah, scatter shot, chain shot, your grenades, and then your cannonballs because it's easiest to access because it's at eye level. And then beneath it, I would put your fire bombs and your flares because you're in your fireworks. Oh. Well, if you end up disappearing, my friend, I hope you have a good day. If not, I'm chilling. Yeah, they absolutely can be. So there's niche things you can do with fire bombs where let's say you Yeah, no, they're good for causing chaos because the fire spreads and it does leave holes after a while and it can damage stuff like masts and fucking your helm and other stuff like that. So if you're like, let's say you miss a board, you're trying to board somebody, right? Whether you cannon out, sword out, whatever, you try to jump onto someone else's ship and you miss. While you're in the water before you go to your mermaid, if you have fire bombs, just throwing fire onto their ship makes them have to move their attention to the fire because it's going to burn them, it's going to burn the ship, It's gonna spread. It's good. It's good. I usually put them in the bottom though because I don't use them as much as everything else. The cannons, chain shots, scatter shots, all the stuff that does damage, like a big damage, I put on the top one here. On the top barrel, just because it's at eye level and it's easy to access. Yeah, really diverting attention. So, I mean, you don't have to do that. That's how I do it. Everybody organizes it differently. I would find what works for you, but that's kind of what I do. I do the same thing with food down here. So, with anything above bananas and coconuts. So, bananas. Oh, damn. I don't know if it's better. Okay, good. So the top barrel, I usually put anything that's not bananas and coconuts. So cooked food, pomegranates, pineapples, mangoes. That's all good food. Like that food heals you faster. And then bananas and coconuts are put in the bottom barrel. You don't have to do that. That's just what I like to do. Mainly because I don't know. It's again same thing with eye level. Meat and pineapples. Because pineapples heal half of your bar, and you get 2 bites. You can fish for it or hunt for it. So here, hold on. I don't know if the fruit crate has just bananas or not. So you get meat by killing animals, fishing, killing sharks, stuff like that. So here's So what I would do is the top crate, fruits like that is what I would put up there. And the bottom crate, this is what I would put in the bottom crate. Usually. Just because your better fruit's going to be up here. So if you're ever in like PvP, it's always going to be eye level. You can just run down and grab it. You don't have to look down and then, you know what I mean? You could still see. It's a really niche thing, like a really niche sweaty thing. It's nothing crazy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Again, totally optional, not even something that, like, it's not going to make or break your experience. It's not going to make you a astronomically better player. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to make you an astronomically better player, but it saves time. It's faster. It's helped me in a pinch before. And then the cool thing with fishing is depending on where you are, you can get different types of fish. So there's different regions of the world, like the Shores of Plenty, the Devil's Roar, stuff like that. You can fish to get better and different fish there. You can also fish during like PvP to get different types of fish, or like world events to get different types of fish. So fishing is actually really dynamic. I believe PvP gives battle gills, but so does like boss events, like Fort of the Damned. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I don't fish a lot. I just know that you can get battle gills, which sell pretty well, but you can get them from like if there's fighting at all. So like during PvP, during forts and other world events where you're fighting bosses. But there's also different types of bait you can get too. Like you got worms there. Let me see. I think leeches at the. If you want really good stuff, you can buy bait crates from the Hunter's Call. You can get grubs, worms, and leech, and they're as good in that order. So if you look inside, from left to right, grubs are the worst, worms are the second best, and leeches are the best. I believe some fish also have specific bait stuff. You can find that on the wiki. I don't remember too much. I just know leeches are the best for most things. And then any fish you sell, or any fish you get, I would cook if you want to sell them, and then you sell them to these guys, the Hunter's Call people. And that's how you sell fish. If you really want to like min-max fishing, the wiki has all the different fish, how to get them, and where to find them. But my biggest tip is if you do fish, I would use leeches for the most part if you can, but all the other ones work fine as well. And make sure you cook the fish before you sell them, because they sell more, or they sell for more when they're cooked. Trophies are going to be better than the normal ones. So a trophy battle gill is going to be better than a normal battle gill. A trophy ruby fish is going to be better than a normal ruby fish. So you get more from that too. But in terms of like other stuff, yeah. In terms of other big stuff, like I think, like I said, battle gills are for PvP. There's other types of fish too that you can get. I just don't know what all of them are. There's a lot though. There's a lot with a lot of variants, tiers. If you sat there and spent like an afternoon, like just treating this game as a fishing game, you can make a fuck ton of money. And it's really relaxing. It is fun to just chill out and fish. Nothing crazy. I actually don't remember. Loki, hold on. Let me take a grub. Let me see. Okay. I see what you're doing. Okay, so what you do, so make sure you have your bait on. So if you hold right click while you have your fishing rod out, you can choose the bait you want. And then, yep, perfect. And then you want to use your W, A, S, and D keys to go the opposite direction of the fish. So if the fish is going right, you use A to go left. If the fish is going left, you use D to go right. And then when it gets tired out and it's not like chasing anymore, you hold mouse 1, so your left click, and then it'll slowly reel in. And you have to do that a few times over and over again. Yeah, you can only hold down when they get tired. There you go. Yep. There you go. And then you can reel it in slowly. There you go. And it's going to do it again. And they'll usually do it a few times, like twice, 2 or 3, depending. Sometimes you can get lucky and you can reel it in all at once.